Hello. Okay, next tutorial. Today's makeup is meant to be inspired by trypophobia, or a fear of compact or irregular holes. I've wanted to do a makeup like this for a very long time, so I'm so glad I finally did it. It's one of those makeups that could be as intricate or as simple as you like by simply adding or removing certain elements, and I had so much fun doing it. So, if you'd like to learn how to do this makeup for yourself, stay tuned. Okie dokie, so to start this makeup off, I am going to be blocking out all of my hair, just because really it's more surface area for me to work on and I can do some more details and such that go past my hairline. Obviously it's completely optional, but if you did want to do this step, I'm going to be popping on a plain latex bald cap. So as always, rather than show you how to do it in this video, I'll pop a link on the screen up there that takes you to the tutorial that I did in the past to teach you how to do that, just so I can save some time up in this video. So yeah, I'm going to go pop on my bald cap and we'll go from there. So there we go. Nice and bald. So after I applied my bald cap, I went around the edge of it with about 3 layers of liquid latex just to really blend off that seam. So the next step, just like the bald cap, is completely optional, but I really think it will add a lot more impact to the makeup, and that is to block out my mouth. The reason why I want to do that is just so I have more surface area once again. Plus I really like the idea that these holes have kind of taken over the face and it's starting to change things. Creepy. So to do that, I'm going to take a regular sponge and some more liquid latex, the same that I used around the edge of my bald cap, and I'm going to apply that directly over my mouth. The idea then is to let that dry and repeat the process about 3 times. So of course I won't be able to speak now because my mouth will be, covered, so I'll be switching to a voiceover now. So we're going to go block out our mouth and we'll go from there. So there we are. So now that the area is nice and smooth, we can start working on building up the area some more. To do that, I'm going to take some regular toilet tissue that I've already separated into thinner halves and I'm going to tear it into small workable strips. I'm then going to apply some more latex to my mouth area, then take the small strips of tissue and place them onto the latex. I can then apply some more latex over the top of the tissue to completely saturate it. So now we're just going to let that dry, then repeat the process 3 to 4 times all around the entire mouth area. Then, when everything is nice and smooth, we can start working on building up more layers so that it's thicker to make it look like the holes are a lot deeper later on. And to do that, I'm going to take some regular cotton wool, again torn into smaller strips, and I can once again apply some more latex to the mouth area, then press the cotton wool over that and again saturate the wool in more liquid latex. We only want to repeat that process about 2 to 3 times, not letting it dry in between each layer this time. Next, I'm going to work on creating the hole effect, so to make this illusion work I'm taking 3 makeup brushes of various handle size, small, medium and large, and I'm going to use the base of the brush handles as an almost stencil to push lightly into the latex to make small divots all around. This is why I didn't allow the latex to dry fully before we did this, it's so that it can still be manipulated and moulded slightly into different shapes. So I'm going to press the handles randomly around the latex, making sure to leave a nice divot. So there we go. When you're done, it should look something like this. I'm then going to repeat this process in exactly the same way across different areas of the face. So as before, I'll start by applying 3 coats of latex to the areas, then apply 3 to 4 layers of tissue, then finally the 2 to 3 layers of cotton wool. Then before the final layer of wool is dry, I can go back in with my makeup brush handles to make more divots in the latex in random places. Then I can allow everything to dry nicely. There we go. When you're done, it should look something like this. The next step is to replicate these holed areas over and above one of the eyes. Now this step is of course completely optional, but I think it really does help add to the impact of the look. So to make sure everything is completely safe from the latex, I'll be blocking out one of my eyebrows with spirit gum and synthetic wax. So to do that, I'll pop a link on the screen at the top of this video that will take you to the video where I teach you how to block out your brows, just to save a little bit of time up in this video. So I'm going to go block out my eyebrow and we'll go from there. Then, once everything's nice and covered, we can take some more liquid latex and apply that over the blocked out brow and underneath the eye area. Immediately after it's done, and whilst the latex is still wet, I'm going to take a circular thick pad of cotton wool and place it over my closed eye and then press the edges into the latex so that it stays in place and keeps my eye closed. Next, I'm going to take some more liquid latex and apply that directly over the cotton wool around the general area for about 2 to 3 coats. I'm then going to apply another layer of liquid latex to the patched eye area and then take some more cotton wool and press that into it. Finally, we can add another coat of latex to the cotton wool. So when you're done, it should look something like this. Then before everything dries, we can repeat the same process used around the rest of the face with the brush handles. Just make sure you don't apply too much pressure when doing this step. A light touch is all you need to make the divots. Then once everything has dried nicely, this is what everything will look like. Nice and holy. We can then start working on colouring in the foundation and the holes. So to make everything look as realistic and gory as possible, I'm going to be using an alcohol activated colour palette for the majority of this foundation. The palette that I'm going to be using for my skin tone is called Lighter Flesh Tones, but of course there are other tones available. I got this one from Neil's Materials. I just really love using alcohol activated colours for this type of makeup, as you can really layer each colour up to make a more realistic looking base. Like, all of those colours are really translucent and merge together beautifully. So I'm going to start by applying a layer of the red tone to the latex in random places just to make everything look a little bit more warmer and to start the illusion of bruised skin. I'll be using a large fluffy brush for this effect so that the colour can be applied in large random areas all across the face and the latex. I'll then go back in with various different shades to better match my own skin tone until everything comes together nicely. And of course, to activate those colours you will need some 99% alcohol. So just go nice and slow, making sure there's not too much of one colour in any one area and that the colour dries in between each layer. Just start building up the colours until you have a nice even base. Then I'm going to add a bit of bruising, erythema and general ickiness to the hold areas. So to do that, I'm going to take a spackle brush and spackle a mixture of deep red and blue alcohol colours from the same palette over each of the hold areas. So there we are. Weirdly, you could also use this effect for a Deadpool makeup. So next, we're going to start focusing on colouring in all the lovely holes. To do that, I'm going to be using a Kryolan Bruise wheel, specifically this awesome dark blue cream from it, and I'm going to apply that in each of the holes and blend it out ever so slightly around the edges. Okay, so next I'm going to focus on lightly bruising up my other eye. So to do that, I'm going to take the same dark blue Kryolan Bruise Wheel cream and apply that directly underneath my eye and blend it away. I can also then apply it to the top of my eyelid and then blend that away too. I'm then going to apply the red cream from the same bruise wheel and apply that under my eye where the blue is and then blend that away too. Okay, nice and bruised. Then finally, I'm going to add a small amount of Fleet Street's fake dark blood to each of the holes to add a sort of nice shine effect. I'm also going to make sure that some of the blood trickles down from various different holes just to make it look a little bit more fresh looking. So there we are, nice and bloody. So then all that's left for me to do is to pop on my costume, pop in a contact lens, and we'll see what everything looks like. And there we go, that's my look, officially complete. So I finished off the look by popping on a hospital gown that I got from eBay. I just think it really helps sell the look. I also popped in a Bloodshot Sclera contact lens just to make it look as if the infection is kind of spreading to the other eye. Yummy. And yeah, so that's my makeup tutorial. It's super fun and super sticky. I love it. I've always wanted to do a makeup that incorporated holes and trypophobia, so this was so much fun to do. It's one of those makeups that could be as intricate or as simple as you like by simply removing or adding elements. You could just have the holes in your forehead or your cheek, for example. But you know me, I always aim to be a bit more dramatic with my makeups. But yeah, thanks everyone so much for watching this video. I really hope you all enjoyed the tutorial. If you did like it, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye fluffies!